I try to stay off of pornography, man. That's one of my biggest arch nemesis is pornography.
Why?
Because it just weakens me. Yeah.
How so?
I put all my sexual, my fantasies and stuff, they're not mine anymore. They live, somebody created them better than my imagination can. And so they live in these, on the internet in these boxes. And it's like, and if it's not mine, I think, then I don't value it as much or something. And so I think it like weakens my ability to like be able to have sex and like be comfortable in that sort of world. And
really?
Oh yeah.
Weakens your ability to be comfortable. Like how so?
Well, because I get used to watching the sex and seeing it and not having to like be engaged with my actual feelings or anything. So then I see it and I still get all the joys out of it. I'm still out there e-jacking and, spraying out natural.
Spraying.
But I don't have any of the feelings attached to it. So then when I am engaging with somebody that I care about or something, it just doesn't calculate for me emotionally as well. And that's just me. But it's definitely made it tougher for me over the years. Because I would have a date set up with a nice girl, and next thing you know, I'm walking through the house, and I start thinking about, a little bit of pussy or something, and then some tits or something. Or I'll even see I'll see a pregnant puppy and see those nipples or something. And the next thing you know, you're on the internet jerking off, and then
wait a minute, hold on.
Or like you know what I'm saying? Anything could lead a man to jack off.
A pregnant puppy could make you think about human nipples. Is that what you're saying? You're not like getting excited about the puppy.
No, I don't do anything. I don't believe in bestiality or anything like that. But I don't like that pornography.
Oh,
and I think it should be shut down, man.
For real?
Yeah, because I think it's killing like a lot of. I think it's harming a lot of men, man. I really do. But I don't like it, man. You think it's healthy for people? Because I feel like you kind of like, you lead a lot of men in like their aspirations to, control their beings and stuff. And these are just some of my weird interpretations. But, to try and be on top of themselves in some ways and, stay focused on controlling themselves in positive ways, like staying fit and expanding their minds and thinking, and not falling into easy traps.
Having discipline.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes. I think that it's definitely important to have discipline. But I think that if you're a person, like say if you're not in a relationship, you're not getting any sex, and you're horny, and it's confusing, and it's distracting, it becomes a big distraction. Like if you're horny and you're busy, and you don't have anybody you're dating, you don't want to hook up with someone you don't like just so you could have sex with them. We've all been there before, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had girls that you were friends with or you dated, and the only reason why you dated them was for the sex, and they'd annoy the shit out of you, and you couldn't wait to get the fuck away from them?
Yeah, Tiffany's this girl I'm thinking about.
Tell me about Tiffany.
She had kind of too much, I don't want to say sideburns, but she had a lot of... some girls don't know how to ride them. They were little.
They went down to the cheek where it got confusing.
Dude, an extra quarter inch on a female sideburn is way too much.
A lot.
It is.
That extra quarter inch is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you think about...
And if she cuts it, you're like, well, if you let it go, what would happen?
Yeah. So she's really in that hit or miss range on that side hair. And so, yeah, she had some family issues. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about when you were saying that. I interrupted you.
No, every guys have that before. Most likely. And some guys wind up marrying those girls because they don't want to be alone.
Yeah. I guess for me, it became addictive where I would just do that every time. And then I was just at home for 5 years and didn't, go do any dates or anything.
That's definitely not good.
Right. And so I guess that's the difference. If you get addicted to it and you find that it's just a repeat pattern, so you're not spending time with people at all.
Yeah. I don't think it's without value. I don't think that looking at naked people having sex, which is arousing and that feels good, I don't think that's without value. But I think there's definitely a danger in like immediate access to pornography. And today it's the most immediate access because you get it on your phone.
Oh, you can get it, yeah.
You pull up your laptop, open it up, type in some words, youporn.com, blah, 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 and next thing you know, you're beating off. It's so easy. And this has never been the case before. I mean, it's unlike any other time period in human history. And when you have instant access to things, you can abuse it, just like people abuse food. If you have a cabinet that is just filled with candy and chips, chocolate bars,
licorice,
soda in the refrigerator. If you're just one of those people that can't help themselves, you don't have any discipline, you will just eat all that shit all day long and get fat. And that is just as much of an addiction as someone who has access to porn all the time and just beats off all the time, or someone who has access to booze and just wants to get fucked up every day. All those things are okay, though, in moderation if you have discipline.
Right.
Like, there's nothing wrong with having a bag of M&Ms every now and then for a fucking, like, I feel like having some M&Ms. Who gives a shit?